Okay, so here we are for week 6 of the IBL. We have a matchup of all time because we've really struggled with rain. I'm going to be completely honest with you, it's not a great time for me. They are in fact Tera Ghost on Tornadus, which I thought was not a possibility. Here we are. And Tera Grass on the Beartic that I didn't even realise was on the team. So it does lead to a slightly different scenario in which it's a little bit more difficult in fact for me to be able to get the great Tussie going. But we'll still try and make it work. Like, literally, Metagross, we need to make sure that they Tera the Beartic for it to be able to win. Because if they Tera Ghost on Torn, I literally cannot touch it. So, with that in mind, we're going to do great here, I'm sure. Going to lock that in. Great Tusk is a lead. I'm hoping to see a Palafin. I guess maybe a Pelipper lead. And we can make something work, potentially, off lead. If they lead with Tornadus, then we're in for a little bit of a worse time. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's not going to be fun. But we'll see what we can do. And good luck, have fun to 𝙎𝘼𝘼𝙈𝘀𝙉𝘼. We don't... There's the lead that I wanted to see. So I'm just going to go for the spin. Just off rip, going for the spin. We're going to see whether or not this is choice banded, which I kind of assume is going to be. Wave Crash actually does 83% if it's adamant banded. Flip Turn will do just under half, and it would proc our weakness policy. Worst case scenario is that they like Mystic Water and they're able to change up moves and they decide to stay in here. You don't know about Choice Scarf, so there's a chance that you just switch out. And I guess if you switch out, it's going to probably be into Torn. They actually just Wave Crash. And that is in fact banded. Can confirm. They're going to take so much in recoil. And they're going to take the Rapid Spin. And honestly, I could just Supercell Slam. Did they bring... Yeah, they did bring a Mon to deal with this. I can Rapid Spin again, right? There's no reason for me to not do that. Because nothing that comes in is actually going to be too much of an issue. They have to switch us out and then switch it back in. So... yeah, fuck it. Let's just go for a second Rapid Spin. If we get the Rapid Spin kill here, that would just be funny. But they are going to withdraw. Have they got anything with... I should have probably clicked Earthquake. Dementor comes in. That's going to be the Drizzler. Are you Rocky Helmet? Because if you're Rocky Helmet... Okay, they're not Rocky Helmet. I can confirm. Not Rocky Helmet. I'm going to click Supercell Slam. I'm just going to do it. If they predict this and go into the treads, then that's just sad. But at the same time, quite funny. So... I would love to have been at more health to click Sunny Day. But no, we are actually going to land a Supercell Slam as well. Love to see that. But the good news is we're in a position where they have to click Jet Punch for Palafin. And the rain will only be up for this turn. Poseidon comes back in. And I'm going to keep Tusk around. It's still got something to do here. I'm sure. Still prevents hazards. And I can just go out into you. Oh, do I want to go out into you and risk you? I'm a +2 all round, right? Sinister is the safer play. I know I'm not going to get back up to that point at any point, but at the same time, keeping a Tusk around is still keeping a Tusk around. Yeah, they do Jet Punch. Which does a fuck ton, by the way. That's a stupid amount of damage. And you'd probably go out into Torn, if I had to guess. The one thing you don't do is stay in, so I'm actually going to just double out into Gren. And I'm going to click a Hydro Pump whilst the rain's up. I am faster because I'm Choice Scarf, so we don't know if they stayed in or not, but if they did, then it's madness. Yeah. I'm going to see Hades. Is that a... That's a bear. That's not what I was expecting to come in. I don't think I take a hit from this. Certainly don't think I take a hit from it. But are you faster? You've got to be faster. Surely you're faster. you're +2 adamant, then yes, you will be quicker. You would also OHKO me with a close combat. So, yeah, not feeling that one. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not feeling it. I mean, you shouldn't go for an Ice Crash. I could just make the mid-ground. I think I will just make the mid-ground. Like, realistically, there's so many conditions that have to be met for this to be able to pop off. As they are going to Tera Grass. Okay, well, perhaps shouldn't have done that. But they might just go for the grass move here, which, yeah, is fine. EQ will hurt. They Trailblaze. I mean, it's not doing a lot. Likewise, I'm not doing a lot to it. It is now Tera Grass, though. I don't think I have the capabilities. Do I have the capabilities to Iron Defense here? I think I do. I'm just going to go for it. If you're not Earthquake, you are Earthquake. But if you weren't Earthquake, that did more than it looks like it should have done. But I think after that I should live the hit, right? +2. You look like you're Expert Belt, just judging off of that damage. I'm at 150. Yeah, I should always live one. So I'm just going to go for a rest. And depending on rolls here, we actually could be in a really good spot. They can't Tera Ghost anymore, so that does actually free up this set to do what it wanted to do. And there's only a finite amount of turns left in which they can use the rain. Yeah, it's not going to knock me out. And it do be nap time. With the rain up, they can't 2-hit KO me with Taunt. They just DQ again. I assume they're just going to try and get a crit here. Or at least weaken me for Taunt later on. Which makes a lot of sense. The Gentleman's Rest on the first Sleep Talk. As is standard with me. Rain stops. It's still going to outspeed me because it was Trailblazed up. But there shouldn't be a 3-hit KO. So I can just keep doing this. At +2 defense, we'll do around 60-ish% of this. If we get to +4, then we have a chance to OHKO. Right, one more Iron Defense would be really, really helpful. But we're just going to get rest. And now this time we're going to click rest. Do I need to click rest actually here? Can I just Iron Defense one more time and then rest? I don't want to do that. I want to play it a bit safer. So I'm just going to do that. If there's no Heat Wave, if it's just Tera Blast actually on Tornadus, it can't break me if it's not Heat Wave. Panafin can't do too much to me at +2. And eventually we're going to roll something that's not rest. And that will put them in a bit of a tougher spot. So yeah, we're just not risking anything because like a crit Earthquake would do a lot of damage. we don't want that to happen. So just going to rest up, and now we're going to go for once again a nice fat juicy Sleep Talk. As they have decided, I think that this is like they're going to try and either crit me or they're going to try and just break me to a point in which I'm low enough. As we get a rest again, 3 out of 3, nothing if not consistent. So once again, lads, we're clicking Sleep Talk. Who'd have thought? I feel like at this point they just want me to kill them, but they do switch out. Are they going to go out to the Taunt? Apollo comes in. What was Apollo? Apollo is the Taunt. Come on, Metagross. Can we get one? Consistency is key. We've been asleep for 2 turns. We've used both Sleep Talks here. It depends entirely on what their set is as to whether or not they can 2-hit KO me. I don't think I even need to make that play though, because I could just go out into Ursaring. Saying that, Ursaring actually looks pretty good in the rest of the team, but this looks better. How much do we take? Ursaring. Not too much. I am just going to switch out because we can iron defense on other things later on. But they just knock. Okay. So I actually could have just done the thing there. But I will bulk. I will bulk up and I will just attempt to claim a kill. Now, if we didn't get 4 rests in a row on our rest, or sleep talks, we may have killed the Beartic. We may have got some damage on this, but that wouldn't have been, like, that wouldn't have mattered at all, really. But it's good to know that they were just going to go for a knockoff. So I think next time the Beartic comes in, I do the exact same thing. I click Iron Defense and I try and just go from there. They land the Hurricane. That's going to do a lot of damage. It is, of course, going to confuse me. And I'm going to hit myself in confusion. I can almost guarantee it. Never mind. That probably does too much for me to live another one, but I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch regardless. Go for the Hurricane, they do miss. Can we snap out of confusion on top of that? Or just break through? Break through would also be delightful. Let's go. Ursaring, you are the GOAT. Can we get a Parrot? Okay, I was asking too much. I'd done enough, I think, at that point. You know what? You go into Treads. You don't risk it. You go Treads or you go Arcaladon. I'm just clicking the EQ. I'm a little bit behind because of some unfortunate circumstances, so I'm going to go for the attempted damage on something else. If they go into the Beartic, that's, you know, unfortunate, but bear on bear action. You can't say no to that. Like, I don't think the last move is going to be Heat Wave, and I feel like you probably click Heat Wave on that turn if you're going to do anything. Hephaestus comes in. Okay, so we potentially are going to Earthquake this. You know, sometimes you just get punished for making a read, but it is what it is. I'm just going to go for the EQ. We are at +1. You never know. You never know, we might just be able to take a hit. We have got, like, the necessary damage on Tornadus to 2-hit KO with Sinistcha. So that's also something we could do. Because Sinistcha doesn't care about most of this team. The Ice Spinner, that might not kill me? Yeah. Snapped out of confusion, we'll take this damage. Big, meaty damage. Love to see that. Well, I mean, this is a sack at this point, right? You know what? Do you Ice Spinner again, or do you just try and Rapid Spin? I don't think it matters either way, actually. I think I still make the same play. Like, you can spin here, that's fine. I did want to go into Salamence on the spin, but it wasn't worth the risk. You'll get the speed, sure. But I think it's time for Mence to come in. I also need to remember how many turns of Sleep Talk, or how many turns... I don't remember. I genuinely don't. I'm just going to DD. They didn't bring the things that really check this. They can't Tera the Tornadus. So realistically at +2, that will just be game? Possibly? Depending on how things go, how rolls end up. But there's definitely a chance for Salamence here. Because Treads is low. It has to try and make a read if it wants that. Why is the special set coming up? Let's not do the special set here. Like, they should predict me to go for the Tera. They've shown the Ice Spinner. By all means, they should. But we are bulky and they are intimidated. So if they Supercell Slam, which they don't, they Volt Switch. That's a good play. It's not going to do a lot. If we're Weakness Policy, oh boy. I'm actually a little surprised they made that play because of Weakness Policy. Tusk leading. Could have been second Weakness Policy Pippin, but I still don't hate this position. At +1, we should outspeed Torn. In fact, we do outspeed Torn. And they are going to go into it. So if you are like fat Torn, if you are super bulky, Dual Wing Beat has a role to knock you out from here. You look to be potentially offensive, judging off of earlier shenanigans. I think my play is always to Dragon Dance a second time. Are you Grass Knot? Would you be Grass Knot against me? I don't think you would. Not unless you were specifically expecting Tera Water Salamence. And if that's the case, you still take Rocky Helmet. And we are Spadef. So I'm going in for another Dragon Dance. It might be greedy, but we are Spadef. We're careful near enough max. They do Hurricane, they land it. Doesn't do a lot. Does confuse me. Because just it seems to be the game we're playing today. I will roost. I will attempt to roost. And if I don't roost here, then into Metagross, I think. Okay, we get the roost. So they knock off, they take the Rocky Helmet. They just U-turn, they'll take the Rocky Helmet. So now at +2. At +2, again. It looks like it's a roll to kill. Or to, I should say specifically to kill Tornadus if it's max HP. As long as I don't, you know, whack myself in confusion for like 50%, then I should be in a good spot here. And Hades Nuts comes in. Now, Mence, I do need you to try and hit this one. Good job, Mence. That is a very dead Beartic. I think that was the most vital breakthrough of confusion. Because that thing would have absolutely murdered me after hitting myself in confusion. Now, there's still other things that could. Ares comes out. You're not Air Balloon, so I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. Come on, Salamence. Don't let me down. This won't kill. I should say this won't kill. And they are Electroshock. This will just kill me. If it, I assume it's not. Okay. Oh my god, max confusion turns is rough. Come on, Mence. One more time. Let's go, Mence. You never let me down. You just don't let me down. You are the GOAT. Okay, so our Caledon going down. It's starting to look a little bit more like we are in position to win. We just need to hit. Because we can't be confused anymore. We literally can't have another turn of confusion. We're going to miss the dual wing beat. Because, you know, why not? Can you miss the Hurricane? Turn never happened. Fantastic turn. Love that. We go again. There we go. Good job, Mence. That does absolutely nothing. Yeah, that is a fat as fuck bird. They land the Hurricane. Just please no confusion. There we go. Is that in range of Banded Palafin Jet Punch? And what else is in the back? Is Treads on 2 HP. Palafin dies to a Matcha. Do I go for a dual wing beat or do I go for a roost? I'm going to go for the roost. Yes. Okay. That's going to be game. Barring some insane act of God, we made the right play there. That puts us well out of range of Palafin Jet Punch. We don't have to do anything stupid here. We just click Earthquake. And yeah, we're back to that same position once again. Salamence, you just need to hit, lad. You just need to hit. Because that's not in range. That is just straight up not in range. Dual wing beat. Lands it, and yeah. Regardless, they can't lock into a move that's going to be able to break Sinister and like everything else on my team. I don't believe. Plus, they got to take Rocky Helmet. Unless they got a grass move, they should never kill me. Close combat shouldn't knock me out, I don't believe. It is a Palafin. But regardless, I'm just going to click the Earthquake. I forgot this is so low. And we're just going to go ahead. Jet Punch. Yum. Chewy. And Mence is just ridiculous. Mence doesn't get confused. It hits when it needs to hit. It just stunted on them with that dual wing beat when they knew that they were going to miss the Hurricane. That's all it was. Salamence, you're still the GOAT. GG to Kippy. That was a really tough matchup. Salamence looked really, really good, but I didn't expect it to just sweep, I'll be honest. But yeah, good game. I'm never running Rest Talk again for as long as I'm playing, unless I'm playing Ellie, of course. Make sure to go check out my opponent, link in the description below. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.